Right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's practice. If you have a strap, please have that handy as well as one block. And we'll just start on our back. So go ahead and lie down. And the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Just take a moment there. You can take your hands in any shape. Let the knees drop, the thighs get heavy, as well as the pelvis. And then simply notice the breath. Soften the expression on the face. And take a full breath in. Maybe out through the mouth. Twice more, inhale. One more. And then seal your lips upon that third breath. And hug your knees to your chest. And then take your knees right over your hips with your shins parallel to the floor. And then keep both knees bent. Bring your hands to your low belly, right under the navel. And then keep both knees bent. Just tap your right foot down. And then align the shins. Tap your left foot down. And then align the shins. So knees stay at cobra hips. Right foot down. So you're not straightening the leg. Just keep the knee bent and tap the foot. And we'll just alternate. And as you do this, make sure your belly isn't pushing in your hands. But hug back to your belly to support the hips and low back. And you just very lightly tap the toes. And then arms overhead. Come back to shins parallel, knees over hips. And we'll just add on. So as we extend and just tap the right toes, extend the left arm. And then come back to center, left toes, right arm. Center. So we call this dead bug. And keep hugging back to the belly and that cross-diagonal connection and coordination between arms, legs, core. Home or each side. Just waking things up. Good. And then knees to chest. And then knees over hips. Point your toes, and I just want you to keep your left knee straight and circle your right thigh. So that knee stays bent, but just make the diameter as big as you can, and then switch directions. Try not to rock the hips. And then right leg straight. Circle the left knee. Hugging back to the belly, just awakening the core as well as pelvic stabilizers. And then switch directions. Good, and then finish up. Just extend your left leg, right knee to chest, hands down. And what we're gonna do is open, externally rotate the right thigh, and then extend the leg straight, point your toes. And then rebend the knee, and then align your right leg with your left. So just tracing the toes to the inseam of the left leg, think tree leg, and then inhale, straighten, and then rebend, and then extend. So keep moving through that. And again, try not to rock the hips. And feel more of the inner thighs now turn on as you hug back to your belly. As well as the outer hip. 3 more. Just extending the leg out on a diagonal. It doesn't have to be parallel to the floor. And then right foot down, left knee to chest. Externally rotate the thigh. Lengthen the leg out. Rebend the knee. And then hover the foot as you straighten the leg. And take it through that movement. Just making it smooth. Try not to lift the right sitting bone or rock the hips to the left. Keep hugging back to the low belly. You might even take your right hand to that area and soften through the neck. You can set your right hand also on that right hip just to stabilize. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Both knees to chest, rock and roll along your spine, or just roll on your right or left side and come up to hands and knees. And then bring your left elbow down and your right hand in line with the left elbow. And then extend your right leg back. And then just look down. You're going to hug your knee to your chest. And then to that right arm, upper arm or elbow, and then extend the leg out. Take it back, inhale. And then right to center, out, and then leg extends. Inhale, leg back. Exhale, center. And then as you take the knee out, straighten. So it's a little more smooth. Center, leg out, and then back. Center, lateral leg, internally rotate as you sweep it back. So keep hugging your left hip in. And again, just tapping into those pelvic stabilizers. Last 3. See how smooth you can make it. 2, 1. Now right knee to right upper arm. And then extend the leg back and lift your left elbow up. Walk your right hand forward. And then reach your left arm back. Roll your right inner bicep forward and bend your right knee. See if you can catch the inner ankle and then spread and lift through the chest. Maybe look forward. Take an inhale. Slow motion. Exhale. Bird dog. Arm forward, leg back. Take a full breath in. Lift the low belly. Left hand down. Right knee behind the left. Open your ankles enough so you can sit back and breathe. A little stretch into that outer right hip. And then come up, uncross the knees, and then bring your right elbow down and your left hand in line with the elbow. And then extend your left leg back. Knee to chest, draw it out and then straighten. Take it back and then exhale, draw it in, out and straighten. Take it back, square it off. Draw it in. Keep looking down the whole time. And really firming the right hip in as you push through the left inner palm and push down into that right forearm. Try not to let the belly go at any time. And notice if you're moving beyond your range of motion, just to kind of force how maybe high you lift the leg. It might not go as high. And last 3, 2, 1. And then extend the leg, Lift the right elbow. Walk your left hand forward. Shoulders a little, or palms a little in front of the shoulders there. Push them out away and then stretch your right arm forward. Lift the low belly and then reach back with your right hand and find somewhere inside the left ankle and then spread and lift to the chest. Take an inhale. Come back to extension, right arm forward, left leg back. And then right hand down. Cross your left knee behind your right and sit back. Just feel that instant kind of heat and warmth in the hips. Circulation. And take the breath down to the low back. Come up to hands and knees. You can rock the hips or sway the hips, maybe a couple cows and cats. And when you're ready, downward facing dog. Then walk your feet to your hands. Come into a forward fold. Let's take a moment there. Bending the knees a little or a lot. Just letting the whole spine unravel as you root through the feet and fire up through the legs. And then slowly come up to stand. Stretch your arms up. Push through your feet and then thumbs to heart. Inhale, arms up. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Step back to high plank. And then just take it through your first vinyasa, chaturanga. You can take it through cobra or upward facing. And exhale, sit back to child's. Come back to plank. And then downward facing dog. Stretch your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, right upper arm. Leg up and back, inhale. Right knee, left upper arm. Leg up and back. And then we pull the thigh to your chest, between your hands and step heel to thumb. Bring your left knee down, low lunge, just drop your hips. Keep your fingertips down. And then straighten the right leg for half splits. Work your right hip back. You can walk your hands back. Runner's lunge. And come right up to crescent lunge. Take an inhale. Knit your front ribs. Lift the belly. And then exhale. Get your hands down. Draw your right heel to your bottom. Keep your shoulders over your wrists and tap the shin down. Melt the heart. Exhale. Lift up. Twice more, tap, exhale, lift, tap, exhale, lift and pause, and then down dog splits. Now square off the hips. You can hop the left foot in a little, and then you can just step. If you want to take a few hops off that left leg, then step right foot between, or switch your legs in air. Come to runner's lunge, right foot forward. And then push your right foot. We're going to tap the knees and then stretch left arm back, right arm forward. Back to runner's lunge. Hover or lightly bring your fingertips down. And then left arm back, tap the knees, right arm forward. Runner's lunge. Right arm forward, tap the knees. Warrior 3, switch the arms. Left arm forward. Warrior 2, wimble the arms. Yeah. Take both arms overhead, reverse warrior, inhale. Keep arms overhead, side angle, exhale. Wrap the right hip under. Left hand down the left leg, inhale, reverse. And then exhale, get your right hand outside your right heel. And then left arm up, anchor through the left blade edge of foot, right knee to chest. Straighten the right leg, inhale. Knee to chest, exhale. Straighten, inhale, lift the right hip. Knee to chest, exhale. Straighten, inhale, this time stretch the arm overhead. To side plank, stack the heels. Good. Take an inhale, look towards the left corner of your mat. Slowly, left knee to chest to step there. Bring your right knee down, reach back, left hand to ankle. Do a nice stretch for that right quad. And then exhale, bring your left hand inside your foot, lift your right knee. Step right foot outside right hand and sit in your squat. Elbows to inner knees, lean the upper body back. And then active squat, arms forward, push through the heels. And then all the way up, arms up. Take an inhale. Active squat, drop the hips down. Get your hands down, inhale. Listen carefully, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, turbo dog. Bend your elbows, hover them, bend your knees, and wrap your upper arms in. Inhale, upward facing dog. So through chaturanga, heart forward, exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then take your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, left knee, left upper arm. Behind the right toes, leg up and back, inhale. Left knee, right upper arm. Try not to roll that right hip open. Leg up and back, inhale. And then right through center, step heel to thumb, exhale. Bring your right knee down. Just keep your hands down. Drop your hips low. And then half split, straighten the left leg. Walk your hands back. Inhale, lengthen the heart. Exhale, lift the belly forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. So through runner's lunge, arms up. And exhale, get your hands down. Lift your left heel to your sitting bone. Keep your shoulders over your wrist. Tap the shin. Exhale, round, push away. Tap the shin, melt the heart. Exhale, round. Tap the shin, inhale. Exhale, push away. Go up and back. Lengthen the leg, inhale. Hop your right foot in, wrap your triceps in. You can take a few hops, maybe switch your legs in air, or just step heel to thumb. Come to your runner's lunge, and then push so much into your left foot. Lift up through your belly so much that your hands can hover. And then left arm forward, tap your knees. And then extend that leg, hover. Left arm forward, tap the knees, hover. Tap the knees, left arm forward. To switch the arms, warrior 3. Then with the arms, warrior 2, inhale. Arms overhead, reverse warrior exhale. Take a full breath in. Keep the arms overhead, side angle. Right hand down your right leg, inhale, reverse. Get your hand outside your left heel, exhale. Push your right outer foot, and then left knee to chest. Root through your left inner palm. Straighten the leg, inhale. Knee to chest, exhale. Straighten, inhale. Knee to chest. One more, straighten. Knee to chest. Right foot on top. Right arm overhead. Take an inhale. Left foot steps to outer right side of the mat, knee down, and then reach back. Think lizard, hand inside the foot, and step left foot outside left hand. Thumbs to heart. And then lift the torso, arms forward, active squat. Push through your feet, reach your arms up there to active squat. Now get your hands down, hop to chaturanga, but then push up to plank. Take an inhale, turbo dog, through chaturanga to upward facing. Burst the heart space up, lift the belly, downward facing dog. Good, stretch your right leg up. And then hop and switch or step. I'm gonna move through that a little faster. And chop it up a little. Come right to your runner's lunge. Right arm forward, tap the knees. Left arm back. Runner's lunge, hover the hands. Tap the knees, right arm forward, left arm back. Runner's lunge. Tap the knees, right arm forward. To switch the arms, left leg back. Vinyasa, a little bend in that right knee. Wimble the arms, Virabhi, inhale. Reverse warrior, arms overhead, exhale. Take a breath in. Halfway forward. Inhale, reverse, left hand down on the left leg. And then exhale, right hand down. Come right to your extended leg, fallen triangle. I want you to think eagle leg. Take the leg over, roll the heart open, reach the left arm overhead. You can bend that left knee and drop your hips a little. Keep lifting to the right side ribs, plugging back to the right shoulder. Now find your Vashisthasana. Good. On your exhale, down dog split. Stretch your right leg up. And then take your little owl hops to the top of the mat, off your left foot. And then land right in chair pose. Drop the seat, arms up. Thumbs to heart, twist to your right. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Arms up, inhale. And then fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, turbo dog. Bend the elbows and the knees. Through chaturanga, inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Stretch your left leg up. And then hop and switch or just step left heel to thumb. Runner's lunge. Push through the left heel. And then left arm forward, tap the knees. Runner's lunge, hover the fingertips. Right arm back, left arm forward, tap. Runner's lunge. Tap the knees, left arm forward. Warrior 3. Right arm forward, left arm back. To warrior 2. Inhale, arms overhead, reverse. Good. Exhale, halfway forward. Release the right arm, inhale, reverse. Left hand outside left heel. And then come right to fallen triangle. Inhale, extend the leg. And then eagle leg, turn the right foot out. And then roll your left side chest up as you plug the left shoulder back. Squeeze the thighs, take an inhale, maybe arm overhead. And then exhale, look down. Just spin on that right foot, down dog splits. Traveling top of the mat. You can take a few hops. You can step left foot, meet it with your right foot, chair pose. Drop your seat. Thumbs to heart, twist to your left first. Thumbs to heart, inhale. Chair pose, inhale. Thumbs to heart, twist to your right. Center, inhale, arms up. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. New vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale to turbo, bend knees, hover elbows. Inhale through chaturanga, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Take a full breath. I think we have one more in us. Full breath out. Right leg up, inhale. Hop and switch or just step. Runner's lunge, inhale. Tap the knees, right arm forward, exhale. Runner's lunge, inhale. Right arm forward, tap the knees. Runner's lunge. Tap. Warrior 3, left arm forward, right arm back. Take it right to reverse warrior, inhale. Fallen triangle, hand outside the foot, extend the leg, exhale. Straighten the leg. And then eagle leg, turn the left foot out, reach the arm overhead, gaze down to the side or up. Full breath in. Spin on your left foot, down dog splits, breath out. Square off your hips, look forward. Step right foot, then left chair. maybe some hops, but you gotta keep from rolling that right hip open. So hug the thighs, chair pose. Thumbs to heart, twist to your right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Arms up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, turbo dog. Make it smooth. Hug your elbows in, heart forward, tops the toes down. Inhale. Engage your triceps, back body, lift the heart. Go back, down dog. Exhale. Left leg up, inhale. Hop and switch your step. Runner's lunge, hover the fingertips. Right arm forward, right knee taps left. Runner's lunge. Tap the knees, right arm forward. Runner's lunge. Tap the knees. Right leg back, left arm forward. Roll the hip open, arms overhead, reverse. Hand outside ankle, fallen triangle. Take left knee on top right, turn your right foot out. Maybe extend the arm overhead, gaze down to the side or up. Look down, spin on your right foot, free up the left leg, inhale. And then wrap the upper arms in. Take your journey, top of mat, exhale. And then chair pose. Arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, center. Twist to your right. Center. Sit even lower. And then bring your bottom down. Come right to Navasana. Grab behind your thighs. Just lift your low back, shoulder heads back. And then keep your shins parallel. We're just going to lower our torso down. Take your arms overhead. And then inhale, lift up. Lower your torso one vertebrae at a time, arms overhead. And then lift up. Lower down, inhale slowly. And then lift up, exhale slowly. And then lower down, inhale. And then take your knees to your chest. Take your hands behind your head and curl up. Lift your hips, elbows outside the knees, forehead to knees. And then come to low boat, hover your heels, lift up to your shoulder blades, and that hollow body shape. So knit the front ribs, draw your belly to your spine. And then bring your head down, lift your legs up, and take your arms overhead and come into plow. So tap your forearms or wrists or even your palms. And then lower down one vertebrae at a time. Find 90-degree legs. And then hover your heels, hover your head, your shoulders, your arms. You can have your hands behind your head or arms forward if you need to. Or just keep your torso down. Take an inhale. We're going to do 3 of those chair tucks. So exhale, hands behind head, curl in. Or you can keep your arms overhead, hover. Exhale, curl in, lift your sacrum. Inhale, hover. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, low boat. We'll cycle through that again. Through 90 degrees to plow. And then through 90 to hover, low boat. Inhale. Chair, exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, low. Pull in, lift the hips, exhale out. One more, inhale, hover. Exhale, pull in, knees to chest. One more, inhale. Just hold your low boat. And then exhale, bring your whole spine, head down, and take your toes to your forearms. And then lower down one vertebrae at a time, heels over hips. Back to your low boat. Try to lift your shoulder blades, knit your front ribs, point your toes, squeeze your quads, and then just come to your right hip there. And if it's too much to have your arms overhead, you can reach them toward your feet. Try to lift through the right scapula. Low boat, inhale. Come to your left sitting bone or hip. Try to lift through your left shoulder blade. You might reach towards your feet. Low boat inhale. And then hands behind your head. Just bicycle here. So 30. Hands behind your head. Starting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 10. And release. And then just flip over to your belly, like a little fish. And then bring your forehead down. And then extend your arms overhead and press down through the top to your feet, pubic bone, and try to lift your low belly away from the floor there. So you really feel long in the low back and supported from the belly. Palms down, forehead down. And just really feeling that power through the legs and lifting up through the belly. And then just lift up through the head, the arms, and then the legs. Now flex at your wrists, like you're doing handstand, but keep lifting your belly, rolling the inner thighs up, squeezing your quads, and then biceps in line with ears as you just look down. Feel that center line. Whole body integration. Point your toes, keep the legs engaged, outer hips hugging in, low belly lifting. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it all down. Nicely done. You want to take it through an up dog or cobra. And then child's pose, sit back. And then have your strap handy if you have one. We'll be using it soon. But come to hands and knees. So we're going to move through some serratus push-ups. So as we do this, we're not bending the elbows at any time. We're just going to mobilize the scapula on the back ribs. So you can start with the knees down, but walk them back a little bit and then really gather your belly. And then all that happens is you melt the rib cage down so the inner border of the shoulder blades come together, and then push away, feel the inner border of the shoulder blades separate. So retract, drawing the shoulder blades together, and then protract like crow, push away. We're more familiar with that one. Inner border together. Try not to just dump the head, just the shoulder blades, and then separate. And then keep going. If you want to lift the knees, find your center line, inner border of the shoulder blades together, and pause. And then push away, pause, inner border, shoulder blades apart. Inner border together. And then create that space between them. Hug your upper arms back. Draw them together, melt the heart. Draw them apart. Lift the belly, split them out apart. And then downward facing dog. Good, stretch your right leg up, inhale. And then just step your right foot between your hands. Set up for warrior 2. So we just did pushing. Now we're going to pull. Use the strap here, or something strap-like if you don't have one. But then take the strap behind the back of the heart there. And I want you to actively pull like you're ripping the strap in half. So you have to flex your wrist here and really grip with your hands. And then lean the back ribs somewhat into the strap there. And then sink your hips low. And just find warrior 2 as you know it through the legs and the arms. You're trying to split them out apart as you hug your shoulder heads down and lift up through your belly. You should start to shake here. If you're not, maybe you need to get a little more forceful, trying to pull that strap apart. We're just going to take this into some movement. So come onto your left big toe, firm your right hip in, and now our arms will go more vertical without bringing the hand down. Keep pulling the strap apart for your hovering half moon. Keep pulling the strap apart. Keep pulling the strap apart. Warrior two, inhale, slowly land. And then exhale, come to your left big toe, from your right hip in, pull the strap apart, and then lounge the back of the heart, the back ribs back slightly into the strap. Keep supporting through that right hip. Deep inhale. Slowly land, warrior two, last one. Pull the strap apart from your right hip in, and then just step in, support through the right hip, pull the strap apart. Feel your wingspan there. From fist to fist, growing long as you knit your front ribs back towards the back ribs. Take a full inhale. And tip back, exhale. Now go ahead and release the arms there. You should have felt that to some degree. But keep the strap. Now meet your feet to chair. And now we're going to stand on the left leg and take the strap around the top of the foot. And if you don't have a strap, you'll just do dancers here. So the strap is somewhere between the toes and the ankle. I like to hook them right at the root of the toes. We're going to go for the overhead arm. So elbows hug in. Make sure you have enough slack on the strap so you can hug your elbows in, palms up, and then elbows draw forward and together as you bring biceps to ears. And then zip up your inner thighs, then start to tip in as you draw the heart space forward and push back through your shin. And the chin should stay lifted the whole time. So focus more on that left hip stabilizing you than going as deep as you can. You might feel a nice stretch even through the triceps. Fall out, it's no big deal. But take one more full breath there. And then soften your grip. Elbows hug in, arms are released down. And then step your right foot to meet your left foot. You won't need the strap to set it down. And I'm going to just turn to you so you can see. Standing on the left leg, I want you to bend your right knee to your chest, just like we did on our back, and then roll it open, but don't catch your foot. All right, left hand can go to hip. And then keep the hip open, just point your foot and extend the leg without kind of lounging onto your left. Keep firming that left hip in, and then align the thighs. Bend the knee, roll it open, inhale, straighten it up. Exhale, align. Legs come together. Twice more. Roll it open, straighten it up. Firm the left hip in. One more, feet together. Draw the knee up, roll it open, firm the left hip in. Point the toes, squeeze the quad, maybe arms out. Maybe thumbs to heart. And then stay high on that left hip. Open to your right. Come to that hovering half moon. And then bend your left knee, reverse forward. Take an inhale. Wild thing. Right hand down. Take the left leg up and over and get a nice stretch through the front of that left hip. Down dog splits, inhale. Left leg up and back. And then you can hop and switch or just step heel to thumb. And then either easy twist or revolve crescent lunge. So if you want to keep your hands down or bring elbow to knee and get in a little deeper. Dragging the left hip back, curling the belly to your spine. You can open the arms, half or full wrap. Slowly release the crescent lunge. Take an inhale. Arrow lunge halfway forward, exhale. Inhale, lift the belly. Exhale, just the arms forward. Inhale, lengthen. Hovering chair, hover the right foot, exhale. Inhale, sit lower. Exhale, right knee to chest. Keep the knee straight or keep the knee bent or straighten the leg. Inhale here. Crescent lunge, exhale. Inhale there. Arrow lunge, exhale. Inhale, suspend. Exhale, arms forward. Inhale, inner biceps up. Exhale, hovering chair. Inhale, stay. Exhale, crane. Keep the knee bent or inhale, straighten. And exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arrow. Lift the front ribs, inhale. Exhale, arms forward. Spin the pinky fingers up, inhale. Exhale, hovering chair. Inhale, sit lower. Exhale, crane. Inhale, stay or straighten. Last one, exhale, crescent. Tailbone down, cinch through the waist, inhale. Arrow, exhale. Inhale, shoulder heads up. Stay, exhale, just arms forward. Inhale. Hover chair, exhale. Sit even lower, inhale. Right thigh to chest, exhale. Right leg straight, inhale. And then exhale, dancing Shiva. Left hand to shin or blade edge of foot. Spin your navel to your left, twist to your right, and from your right hip down. Take a full inhale. And exhale, just cross your right ankle in front your left and fold forward. And then you can walk your hands to the right, drag your left hip back and bow. And just stretch through the outer left hip and hamstring. And back to center there, inhale. Step back, hop back, take your flow. And then we're gonna do some intervals before the second side. I had fun this morning coming up with these. They're gonna be about 30 to 40 seconds. Get some water if you feel a little thirsty. Right now is probably a good time. And then come to stand for the first one here. And I'm just gonna face you so you see me. So we're gonna start by crossing right hand, tap left, squat, so feet are hip width apart, and then cross, squat, and then hop up. So it's cross, squat, hop up. You can take arms overhead, and now you join. 30 to 40 seconds. About halfway there. One more. And then get your hands down and step back to plank. Good, bring your knees to hover, so you can bring them down. And then hover the knees, and then spin to the inside of the right foot. Draw your left leg out, hover your right hip, and I like to bring my hand to my shoulder. And then come back to hovering tabletop. Left leg sweeps, right hand, left shoulder, hovering tabletop. Now join. So really dipping that left hip low, feeling a lot of the shoulder as well as core stabilizers here. Keep it going. Ten more seconds. Finish up on the left. Downward facing dog. And just step your right foot between your hands. Take your hands to your hips. We're going to do a 2 pulse and then switch our legs. 2 pulse and then switch. I have to say this one's my least favorite. So I'm not just doing things I like. If you're hating it, just reinterpret your story there. Find those keyholes just by focusing on the fact that you can move, whether you might have limitations or not. Find those little keyholes for inspiration. 10 more seconds. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, get out of there, plank. All right, right elbow, left hand, right hand, chaturanga. Left, right, left, chaturanga. Right, left, right, chaturanga. Left, right, left, chaturanga. Right, left, right, chaturanga. Left, right, left, chaturanga. Keep going. Try not to rock the hips. There's your pelvic stabilizers and core again. Little shoulders too. Just the whole shebang. Last 5 seconds. Finish up, downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands, stand. High knees, I know. Here we go, 40 seconds. You're gonna feel a little bit like your own HIIT class here. And it's good to move the body in different ways, just get things moving. Heart rate going. 10 more seconds. I'm breathing heavy, you can tell. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get out of there, dolphin pose. This is your rest. Elbows down. Let's see if you can just slow down the breath. This arm arrangement should feel familiar from that first round of dancer's pose if you have this strap. So really go for that outer angle, the armpit opening here, because you know we're going to do it again. And then bring your knees to hover. Come right to chaturanga. And then inhale to plank. So bring your knees down if you need to. Mouth the heart, keep the elbows straight. Serratus push-ups. Don't push away. Inhale, mouth. Exhale. So it's not just cow and cat and plank. You can kind of work through that motion and not get into that shoulder blade movement or manipulation. You really want to find that ability to work the rhomboids as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then the serratus as you push and draw them apart. So right under the armpit. Between the shoulder blades come together. There's your rhomboids. Separate the shoulder blades apart. There's your serratus. So those are your shoulder or scapular stabilizers. Down dog splits, left leg up. And then just step it between your hands, grab your strap. And now going for the pull. So strap behind the heart. Compared to everything else we just did, this is relatively simple. But we don't pull enough as yogis. So this is kind of a way to just enforce that action. We push, we push, we push. So pull the strap apart. Find your belly here to sink the hips down lower. Notice if it's creeping into the neck there, if the shoulders are lifting. Plug them down, lift the sides up. Drop the hips. Lift the right inner thigh. Keep forming the left hip in. Just come to your right big toe. So you're tipping in. And then pull the strap apart as you hover. Full breath in. Spread your right toes. And then warrior two, breath out. Sit low, inhale. Hold the strap apart. Keep that. Come to your right big toes. And then tip in. Soften the neck. Bend the left knee. Warrior two, last one. Hinge. Step in. Lift. Then tip more. Lounge the back ribs somewhat back as you really gather and cinch through the waist. Gather the low belly. Take a full inhale. Soft landing, warrior two. Release the strap. Nicely done. Step to chair. And we'll stand on the right leg. So take the strap around the left foot. And then you want to just keep the elbows hugging that side line of the torso when you find the overhead arms. So I like to just kind of circle the strap around my wrist and then keep hugging in. Your shoulder blades come together. Elbows, don't take them out so much. Hug them in and forward, then up. And then come back to hugging the thighs together. Lift the heart and then lift the belly as you just tip the pelvis. So nothing else shifts. You're just tipping from the pelvis. You already set it up from that neutral spine and hip arrangement. Keep firming in. Take a full breath there. Slowly release. Release the strap. And then we're going to stand on the right leg again. Tailbone down. Center on the waist. Left knee to chest. You can have right hand to hip. Actually rotate. And then extend. And then align the thighs. Knee in. Roll it open. Right hip firm it in as you extend. Align. Inhale, lift. Actually rotate. Inhale, sweep the leg straight. Bring them together. One more. Knee in. Actually rotate. Keep firming that right hip in. Straighten the leg. Lift through the side ribs. Maybe arms out. And then stay high in the right hip. You can lower the height of the leg. Come to your hover moon. Soften the right knee. Inhale, reverse. And then wild thing, left hand down. Take the right leg up and over. Look to your left thumb. Come back to down dog splits. And then just step or hop and switch the legs. Easy twist or revolve crescent lunge. Right foot forward. And let that kind of just flex the outer hip. Feel more of the core working here to lengthen the low back. One more full breath. And then crescent lunge. Take an inhale. Soften the back knee and lift through the sides of the heart. Exhale, arrow halfway forward. Inhale, pause. Lift through the triceps. Exhale, arms forward. Smooth breath in. Lift the front ribs. Exhale, hover chair. Inhale, sit lower. Exhale, crane. Stay there with the bent knee or inhale, straighten the leg. And then exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arrow. Stay, inhale, lift the belly. Exhale, fly the arms forward. Stay, inhale, lift the triceps. Exhale, hover chair. Inhale, draw the seat lower. Straighten right leg, crane, exhale. Inhale, maybe straighten left leg. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arrow. Inhale, stabilize from the belly, lift the shoulder heads. Exhale, arms forward, keep that. Inhale, pull the right heel underneath you. Exhale, hover chair, upright the torso, hover the left foot. Inhale, sit lower. Exhale, knee to chest, maybe straighten the left leg. Last one, inhale. Crescent lunge, exhale. Inhale. Notice your breath, arrow, exhale. Stay, inhale. Exhale, arms forward. Stay, inhale. Hover chair, exhale. Sit lower, inhale. Left knee to chest. Twist, you can straighten the left leg or just grab the shin, dancing Shiva. Both arms up, breath in. And just cross your left ankle in front. Bend the left knee, squeeze the thighs and fold. And then you can walk your hands to the left, pin your right hip back. And then come back to center. Take a breath in, lengthen. Vinyasa. Step back. Hop back. So make it your own. Flow it through. And then lift your right leg up. And just step it a little shorter for pyramid pose. Feel right under your heart. Wrap the right hip back. Inhale. Lengthen. And then push the mat away with the ball of the foot as you fold. Inhale, flat back, and then spin to the blade edges of your feet. Bend your knees for cow face. So grab your ankles here, and then upright your spine, shoulders back, take an inhale. And then you can either fold forward or even find a side bend, left hand down and flip the right arm to your left as you drop your right sitting bone. And maybe drop left ear to left shoulder. And then inhale, come back up. Lift up to the blade edges of the feet again. Spin 180 degrees, heels in, toes out. And then clasp your hands behind your back, lengthen the spine, and then humble your horse. Hold. Look underneath you there. Drop your head, work your hips back. Pull the belly in. Lift the inner arches. And then get your hands down. Inhale, turn the feet parallel. And now go ahead and kind of slither however you need to get your blocks. If you have a couple blocks. So we're going to set up in Prasarita, the blocks. As you come to stand, might be a little more narrow. You test it out. So we're going to stand on the blocks here. Your heels might hang off if you have longer feet like me. Hands to hips. And then through a flat back, I want you to fold. So we're going to come back to that pushing. So finding that protraction. But first, just get your hands down. And you might lift your toes and let your heels hang off the blocks. Just breathe into your back body. And then come to your toes, get your shoulders over your wrists and push the mat away. Protract. Lift the belly. And then heels off the blocks. Sit back. And then shoulders over wrists. Lift the heels. Come to your tippy toes. Maybe you can get really light and start to find your legs floating out. Point your toes. Gather the belly. Squeeze your quads. And that's really the best way you can work on the press. And it might just be, how light can my toes be on the block? Keep tipping your hips over your shoulders over your wrists. And just working on that transfer of weight into the hands. And then get your hands back down, feet back to blocks. Step off the blocks. And just move them off to the side. We'll come to a runner's lunge. Take your vinyasa however you want. Or just step back, downward facing dog. And then lift your left leg. We'll just find second side here, pyramid to start, left foot under the heart. And then inhale, lengthen the spine, lift your belly, put a little bend in your left knee, and then fold. And then lengthen, flat back. Start to pivot your feet to your left. So you come to the blade edges of your feet. And then bend your knees and sit back, left knee on top of right knee. And then you can grab your ankles, sit up nice and tall. Maybe just fold forward. Maybe walk your right hand to the right and side bend to your right. And I like to drop my right ear to my shoulder as you just passively plug your shoulder into the socket and drop your left hip. And just take one more full breath. And sit up. You'll pivot off to your right. And then yogi's choice here, if you want to come back to that humble horse. For me, I really like any variation of horse, but you can take it right into prasarita, maybe skandasana, an inversion, but you know we're going into that straddle in prasarita, so save energy for that last bit. You might just be grabbing your ankles in prasarita, lifting up to the shoulders, sitting bones. You might take it through skandasana here. And then start to make your way out. And so I do want to show you guys, if you feel uber stuck, you can use the wall. And wall is pretty much your best friend in a lot of your handstand press work. So the blocks are about as wide as you had them before. And then you get your butt to the wall, right? And get your hands right over your shoulders and come to your tippy toes. And then keep pushing the mat away and just see if you can lift your feet. And you're going to feel a little more through the side core and the hips opening into that straddle, but using just the plugging of the legs, lifting of the belly, and protraction of the shoulders. And you know the wall's there, or you can play without the wall. And you might get stuck there. It's kind of something that just takes a lot of progression. And if you want, you can take it into that straddle from there. You know the wall's there, and take it up. Then you can let your head go. But then look down, get your shoulders over your wrists, and bring your toes back down. So your bum doesn't have to stay on the wall. Is that good? Yeah. All right, start to make your way out. And then pivot around, take your flow. And then stretch your right leg up. Just come into half pigeon, right knee behind the palm. Walk your left leg back. Walk your hands in. Lift the torso up. And then fold forward and down, or go for your quad stretch. And if you want to work deeper with the strap again, loop up the foot. And then just walk your hand around the strap and bring your elbow forward and up. Right hand to thigh. So you're opening the angle of that left armpit, twisting slightly to the right, forming the hips in, and then that right arm. And just reach back as well as you lift out to the heart. Push back to the foot. And then slowly release. And then come over. Take the top of the right foot down. And then fold right between the legs. And you might stay on the elbows. You might stay upright. But if your hands are coming down, stretch your navel toward your chin. And then feel the pelvis tip as you fold. And if it's not comfortable to have the top of the right foot down, then just have both legs straight in a straddle. And then walk the hands in. We're just going to come to left side half pigeon. Go square the hips, extend the right leg back. And just make sure that right leg's in line with the hip. You might have to come out of it if you want to find the strap around the foot. Just sit on the left hip and bend the right knee. And then left hand to thigh as that right elbow draws in and then forward and up. So it stays in nice and tight. And then rotate slightly to your left as you open the angle of the armpit there. You might even work with bending the knee, taking the bicep forward, and then drawing the shin back, bicep back. And then gently release. And then roll over to your right hip. Top of left foot down. Separate the thighs apart. Or just keep the left leg straight. And then get as level as you can on both sitting bones. Walk your hands somewhere in the middle of the legs. Stretch your navel toward your chin so your shoulder heads plug. And then keep that as you fold. And then walk your hands in. And then spin around on your seat. So final pose, I'll give you an option to find a couple of things. It might be a bridge or wheel. It might be legs against the wall. Even a supported shoulder stand with a block under the sacrum. Okay, so just gauging how you're feeling and what you need here to round out your practice. Might just be a block under the sacrum, supported bridge, two supported shoulder stand. Or you can use the wall, bringing your sitting bones right to the wall, legs up the wall. And a lot of times in our practice, the things that make the biggest impact are the most simple. And it can be more about just repattering, rewiring certain patterns of our body, as well as our mind. So rather than getting hung up on maybe your tight hips and hamstrings or restrictions, finding those little keyholes of, hey, I shut up and I was able to just breathe and reinterpret how maybe I'm feeling at this moment just by changing the story. Spin it in a positive light. Reinterpret the way that we might get hung up or upset or held back or feel limited. And then slowly watch those little shifts manifest in our daily lives. Whatever your shape you're in, you're welcome to stay or make your way to Shavasana. And just feel that power deep within the pelvis and the hips, a container of your belly, your intuition. And then draw maybe your hand or just your mind's eye to your heart and feel that intermingle with that compassionate center of your body. And take a full inhale, feeling that fusion between the two. And then sigh the breath out. If you're comfortable, please stay. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste.